Looks like you found a place for your new book.
I've barely taken my eyes off it since you brought it back. It hints at so many possibilities. New runes, lost relics, forgotten inventions. It's amazing.
Just don't blow your lab up.
No promises.
What's next for you?
Study. I spent so much time looking for the Elysian manuscript, but not a moment on what to do after finding it.
That's a good kind of problem.
Very much, but I'll still need your help on 1,000 things outside the wall.
Of course.
Excellent. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm reading about how my forebears use hidden resonance layers to embed information.
I'll let you get back to it then.
Thank you. And Freelancer? Thank you.
Freelancer, I trust your reunion with Halleck and Faye was productive.
There are a few less Dominion who will be bothering us.
Always good. So what's the next step?
The tomb of General Tarsus. They think her original javelin is still there.
I'll assume it's for more than just a historical tour.
Faye says that javelin could get us into the heart of Rage.
Then I'm glad I could bring old friends back together.
Well, we're still getting, reacquainted.
Make it work. In the meantime, Corvus has other jobs that might interest you.
You know me. I'll take any job I can get.
These aren't your usual run-of-the-mill contracts. They're tough.
I can handle it.
Then talk to my agent, Sev, for a full briefing. He's in the bar. Or rush in if you want. I know that's more the Freelancer style. Whichever the case, keep up the good work.
If she actually brings a Koroks into the fort, it'll be one for the history books.
Are you Sev?
In the flesh. You must be the freelancer Tassin hired. Huh. You actually look capable.
Were you expecting otherwise?
No? Well, sort of. I'm used to getting scraps, not resources.
I thought Corvus would have plenty to go around.
Oh, they do. But I'm in the proverbial doghouse. Long story short, I pissed off the wrong people and ended up in this shithole.
At first glance, Fort Tarsus may not seem like much, but
It's a shithole. The bar doesn't even have a name.
I used to, but
I know the story. All the stories. Let's just talk about the job. Corvus has received reports of Scars ambushing supply caravans.
pretty standard.
Except they were using some new acidic weapon. Extremely potent, not the usual Scar fare.
Scars are scavengers. They must have gotten the acid from somewhere.
Great minds. I had a scout follow a trail of the gunk to a possible source. Your cipher has the coordinates.
Nice work, Sev.
What kind of intelligence agent would I be if I didn't give you a little intel? Let me know when you're on your way.
I apologize for being a little crabby during our last chat.
Guess I touched a nerve.
Yes, but I didn't have to respond as poorly as I did. Anger can be an asset, Matthias, but peevishness is just bad manners. My mentor, Philo Ray. One of the lessons it seems I still haven't quite learned.
Philo Ray taught you. I've heard she was a brilliant arcanist.
And the reason I'm not dead in a ditch.
How did you meet?
I, robbed her.
That really was not what I was expecting.
She was a fancy lady, I was a street kid. What would you have done?
Okay, fine. I probably would have robbed her too.
Can you blame me? All I saw was a case full of expensive-looking things. I knew they had to be worth something to someone, so I grabbed the case. Shaper relics. I didn't realize the danger. I got lucky, nothing blew up when I took it apart. But Phyla had followed me. It was impossible for an unschooled vagrant to silence a relic, she said.
That made her want to teach you?
I think so. She never explained. Maybe it was the way I handled the relic. It took her an hour to convince me to go with her.
I'd have jumped at the chance. Why didn't you?
I didn't trust her.
What changed your mind?
She sat with me and explained the relics. She told me I could be an arcanist. She was kind. No one had been kind to me in years. She was the first to call me a prodigy. Damn, I miss her. Anyway, You're probably busy. We can talk later.
Do I smell Manticar?
I'm sure you do. You should try it sometime.
Regretfully, I have. I've been looking for you, Freelancer.
Why does it feel like you want something?
Because I do.
Do you ever get tired of being a spy?
Sometimes, but what's truly tiring is being called a spy.
So if you're not a spy, then what are you?
I'm an intelligence agent. Now that I've answered your question, I've got one for you. Tell me what happened in the Heart of Rage.
Anything specific?
You went in with some of the finest Bastion freelancers. Why didn't they make it back?
It was chaos. Your guess is as good as mine.
Every other survivor was physically injured or psychologically scarred.
I was lucky.
Then you barely caught your breath before you started picking up contracts again.
Yeah, so...
So why weren't you damaged?
I'm fast, and I'm good at dodging.
That's kind of general.
I mean, I'm hard to hit. I'm elusive. That's probably what kept me alive. Sorry if you were looking for something deeper.
That's all right. So why go back to work so quickly?
It's what I do. I'm a freelancer. I figured getting back in the suit would make it easier to move on.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, right.
I may not be a Lancer, but I've been in this fight a long time. I've lost friends too.
So are you damaged?
Probably.
You hide it well.
I work for Corvus. It's part of the job.
I get it.
I know this wasn't easy. Next time we'll talk about something else.
Sure, we'll sit down and have a nice chat.
I'll be in touch.
I'm sure you will.
You're back. Good. Tassin's been hanging about waiting for you.
Ah, freelancer. You have time?
Sure, what's going on?
Your work is having an effect. People come by, some speak their thanks.
Something else on your mind?
When I was a young man, strong, oh so handsome, very skilled freelancer. Good heart, but selfish, arrogant. Everybody knew me, and I knew everything.
Really?
Oh yes, very handsome. I got a message one day. Outlaws making trouble for people out in the jungle.
Sure, just routine, right?
Just routine. I go, I fight. After, I notice one of them is only wounded. He spat and cursed me, but I could see fear in his eyes.
What did you do?
What would you have done?
Walked away. He wasn't a threat anymore. My first responsibility is to make sure the people were safe.
That is exactly your responsibility, which is why you are wrong.
What?
I walked away, like you said. I knew best, right? Show mercy. But he saw my mercy as an insult. He hunted me for years.
But he didn't find you?
No. Somewhere out in the jungle. I don't know where. He found Freelancer Garnet. He killed my friend. Worst part, the bastard left me a message at the fort. Wrote it out plain.
Yarrow.
He found the way to hurt me after all. All this, my fault.
No way. You're not responsible.
I left the outlaw alive. I am alive. Garnet is gone.
Hard to see the good in that.
Not hard. My arrogance was thinking I could afford mercy. Mercy doesn't keep the people safe. After that, the people could count on me. Now, they must count on you. You hear me?
I hear you. So, you caught him, right? The outlaw?
No. He died before I could hear Garnet's story. Matthias got his book, I hear. Seems a lot of trouble for a book.
Thank you for coming to see me.
You said there was a complication? What's happened?
I took a look at the intel Zim gave us.
It's no good.
She promised us 1 location. She delivered 5.
Well, all right, that's, unexpected.
Zim's data is a fragment of text from the Legionnaire Leotrel the Unbroken. She was the General's right hand and, according to legend, the one who laid Tarsus to rest. The text mentions guardians and 4 tombs that must be visited to find the Javelin of Dawn. The data's barely readable. I'll try to get more out of it while you and Owen look for these tombs.
Right. Send me the locations. I'll check them out.
The Legionnaires' answer to Tarsis. It could be that completing her trials might open all of their tombs at once.
Aspirant, you stand before the resting place of Legionary Venia, Guardian of the Dawn. You have been judged and found wanting. Aspirant, you stand before the resting place of Legionary Venia, Guardian of the Dawn. You have...
I think you found the tomb of Artinia the Sharpshooter.
Aspirant, you stand before the resting place of Legionnaire Artinia, Guardian of the Dawn. You have been judged and found wanting.
There? The tomb of the Blade Master, Gannis.
The trial of Legionnaire Garnis is complete. You pass the test. Enter, aspirant. Greet the Guardian.
Well, that's one down. Just 3 to go.
You have passed the trial of Legionnaire Artinia, aspirant. Enter and greet the Guardian.
And the second Guardian has been greeted. Halfway there. You found it! The tomb of Kareth, the tactician! That's the third tomb! Just one left! You know, I'll admit, I'm shocked that Princess Zim's info was any good.
You have passed the trial of Legionnaire Artinia, aspirant. Enter and greet the Guardian.
That's the last two. Faye wants a word. Hold on. Linking her in.
Good work. Come back to Fort Tarsis and we'll plan our next step. This is where it gets interesting.